Very special indeed. Comicave Studios Mark 7 diecast, a 1/12 scale action figure. Good old fashioned unboxing here. Visual tour, folks. Denobi 2 here. Hey, you guys survived Endgame? Why not join me for a good old fashioned unboxing here? You guys are probably wondering why I have a Marvel Legends Mark 7 here. I just brought him out just for comparison because folks like to compare this stuff. $20 action figure to a high-end action figure. Iron Man Mark 7 1/12 scale standard grade. I don't know what that means. It's Comicave Studios. They always show up in my collection every blue moon. Nice attractive cardboard box here. Artwork box sealed in plastic. Here's the thing with Comicave. I love Comicave. The problem is that they release a kick-ass Iron Man suit every like 1 to 2 years. Their artwork, their presentation, the whole experience, it's by far fantastic. It's everything about it. The box, artwork, 75% die-cast metal, the plastic to ratio is by far phenomenal. Holographic here. I know there was a little bit of a concern recently, or just a few months ago, as to what was officially Comicave licensed products. I bought this particular Mark 42 a couple years ago at San Diego Comic Con, and I guess they are generally known for their little holographic stickers. I wanted to compare that because I know there was some big social media concern about that. I've never had an issue with Comicave. Their stuff is never had an issue. I mean, it always holds up. Their paint scheme, their quality control, it's always there. It's always on par. Anyway, let's get back to the Mark 7 here. And like I was mentioning before, the whole unboxing experience with Comicave is really cool. That was a magnetic flap. And this is what I'm talking about. It's the whole presentation, the whole experience. When you compare this to SH Figuarts, Comicave does go that extra mile. I like that. Considering that SH Figuarts isn't cheap either. I mean, their figures are 80, 90 bucks in for certain stuff. Comicave is typically will break $100. It's just the norm. Quick start guide. The badass Mark 7 in all its glory. Quick note, Mark 7 is by far my all-time favorite suit. I do like the Mark 46 and the Mark 47, but the Mark 7 will always have a special place in my heart. This is the suit that took down Loki in the Battle of New York, and this particular suit has seen 3 cinematic outings, I want to say. Avengers, the first Avengers, Iron Man 3, and now in Endgame. We got to see it again in all its glory in Endgame. Let's take a look at these accessories here. So you get, what is this? Let's start from the top here. Alright, so you get 3 pairs of hands. These are flight hands with little hole sockets so that you can attach some animated flame effects. It's kind of neat. The open palm right there. That's neat. And then the flight hand, but this time with the socket. It's not there. If you can kind of see where if you want, you can attach the flame, or if you just want an open palm to kind of recreate the scene where he's shooting his photon beams, his repulsors. My goodness, brain fart there. Thigh rockets there. That's neat. And that looks like it's the shoulder attachments, right? The little little baby rockets shooting off into the wormhole, and then the wrist rockets here. And I actually was really impressed by this for its scale and size and tininess. They did a really good job as far as detail and paint application on that. That's neat. They really did a really good job on that. That was actually really nice. And flame effects here. Large flames are for the feet, and they're nice. I've never been a big fan of the animated effects. To me, when I've always said when you attach animated flames to a figure, it breaks the illusion of realism. In my mind, anyway. Those are the palm thruster flames there. And let's get to the bad boy. This is what I like about Comicave. I shit you not, it looks like this is automotive red cherry paint, and I love it. I love it. I do. I love that high hot rod red. It's cool, and they do a really good job on that. Articulation's a little bit stiff. You want to be careful. It's oh, you see the little shoulder thing just popped off. It's on a little ball socket, so that's not a big issue. But you want to be careful because these parts are tiny, and the wrong adjust and you could end up spending 5 minutes looking for this on the especially my room. My room is under construction. Oh, by the way, apologies for the weird setup here. My room is being shuffled. I'm moving stuff. I'm rearranging things. I'm getting some displays. So I'm kind of doing this review on top of a fixture. There. All right. That shoulder pad is fixed. And I'm just going through the checks and balances here. Oh, see, did you see that? Another little part. Again, it's I'm not breaking it. It's just a lot of this stuff is just held by tension. I may, after the video, use some poster tack to kind of keep certain things in place, because they do give you a few options here on how to display the Mark 7. All right, let's get back to the flight wings there. That's neat. I guess that's as far as it stretches out there. And then the lower air brakes. There you go. That's neat. That's really neat. I like that. Yeah. I feel like it should go a little bit further, but I guess that's going to be it. And pop that back on there. Waist check, and you can pull in and out. You can get some sort of mobility. It still feels limited. It does. Let's test out the double joints on the knees. All right. Oh, that's neat. I never noticed that. I never noticed that red piece part right there. Do you see that right there? Yeah. I don't know if it's because it's 1/12 scale and it just kind of sticks out on this particular figure. So what I'm going to do is I'm curious, because I do have the Hot Toys Mark 7. So now I want to kind of compare it. All right. Oh, I never noticed that. I never noticed that. I guess as far as design and aesthetics, you have to design it where part of the red just separates. I never really paid attention to that. As many times as I've posed and played with this Mark 7 Hot Toys, and I've never noticed that the red part just snaps off. And then this is the Marvel Legends, and I guess their answer to the solution was just to blend it in with the double jointed kneecap there. So that's interesting. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Let's get back to this. All right. Legs pull up and down, and you're gonna want this for so that you can kind of create that landing pose. I'm not. I'm actually gonna use my Mark 7 and I'm gonna display it in a SH Figuarts Hall of Armor. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy an extra one on eBay and actually display it, because I do prefer the Comicave 1/12 scale Iron Man suits to SH Figuarts. I still buy SH Figuarts though. That's the light switch there. Let's power on the arc reactor there, and powers the head and the arc, and that's bright as hell. That's really neat. That's really, really neat. The thing with SH Figuarts is that they're able to pump out their suits so much quicker, a lot faster. Comicave, again, it's like once a year event on a suit. I'm hoping that they're on the path to releasing more suits, because I would always prefer to buy Comicave versus SH Figuarts. But SH Figuarts, man, I tell you what, they released their stuff right during like the tentpole fever of a film, and I just jump on it. But the Mark 7 to me is a legendary suit. It's a kick-ass suit. It's seen 3 film outings. It was such a treat to see it in Endgame. It really was. It was such a nice treat to kind of go back. I guess I should have said spoilers. I'm talking about Endgame. I'm assuming if you guys are watching this unboxing that you already would have seen Endgame. And if you haven't seen Endgame, well, you know what? For shame on you. Marvel Legends comparison. And I'm not, just to point out, I have nothing against the Marvel. I love the Marvel Legends. I think Hasbro did a fantastic job for its price point. The Marvel Legends retail for $24.99. Comicave's Mark 7 is $1.30. So it's apples and oranges, so it wouldn't even be fair to compare it. That is the DC flight stand there. I'm going to try to get some flight stance poses. Again, if I have to say something negative about this particular figure, is the articulation just seems a little bit limited, especially around the waist. So I don't know if that's the trade-off with the 75% die-cast, because that's what they're known for, and I like that. I love the die-cast metal in this scale. I love it. I eat it up. I wish SH Figuarts, actually certain iron suits from SH Figuarts, they have started to incorporate minor points of die-cast, but I love the 75-point articulation. I mean, the 75% of die-cast. I love it. For the most part, Comicave, you do a really bang-up job. You do a really, really good job. So this is me kind of, flight mode there with the DC stand, and I'm shining some artificial sunlight through the flame effects to kind of get that nice hue glow. It's okay. I'm not gonna keep it with the. I'm not gonna have it displayed. I'm just showing it to you guys with the flame effect. It's nice. It really is nice, but it's not my style, and I definitely will put those flame effects away. But it is neat. It is really, really neat. Again, it's really interesting how I'm using. Well, the plan is to use this Mark 7 and build Marks 1 through 7 with using the SH Figuarts Hollow Armor. And I do have a few SH Figuarts suits. I do. I'll still keep buying them, but hopefully Comicave will keep pumping these guys out. That was it. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching.